Villainous by It's_Kingston on AO3. Episode 32, Chapter 19, Company. Hey, we're leaving. Toga called backwards towards the base. Ochako followed her to the car, holding the keys. You driving? I guess so. Ochako sat in the driver's seat, and Toga entered the passenger door. I think I'm already pretty good at this. Confident much, hero? It's your first day. Toga chuckled. Just don't get us killed. Shigaraki told me the same thing. It's good advice. Toga chuckled. She paused for a moment as Ochako pulled away from the curb. Do you know what was up with Twice earlier? Ochako almost yanked the steering wheel as she nervously shifted. No clue. Where are we heading to? She was practically a professional liar by now, and hoping her skills didn't fail her now. What was she supposed to tell her? That Twice asked because Ochako accidentally made some sappy comment out loud? Nope. Left here, then a right, Toga said, looking out her window. Just a weird question out of nowhere, especially since you're the only girl I talk to regularly. Oh god, she definitely knew. Huh? Really? Ochako said, genuinely curious now. Yeah, who else would there be? Toga said rhetorically. I guess that's true. Hey, is this the place? Ochako took a hand off the wheel to point at the red and white sign 20 meters away. No, it's further than this. At least another 10 minutes. Toga replied. Unless you've got another good place to eat? Not really. I didn't eat out much as a kid. Ochako turned left at Toga's direction. My parents took me out to some restaurant on my 10th birthday, but I don't remember the name. I didn't get out much as a kid either. Toga tapped her finger as she spoke. Some sort of nervous habit, maybe. Well, we both get to now. Ochako stopped at a red light and used the opportunity to smile at the blonde beside her. Toga smiled back, seeming to be in a better mood. They kept driving for a few moments of silence before Toga spotted another sign. Oh, this place is good. She pointed to a neon green sign as they passed it. Actually, I haven't asked you. What do you want for lunch? It didn't matter to her. She was more curious as to what Toga liked. She'd made do with whatever the other girl selected. It was only one meal, after all. Not like she'll have to eat it for the rest of her life. I'm fine with anything. Really? I wanted to see what you pick. Toga stopped glancing around the upcoming signs and turned to Ochako. Hiro could feel her gaze, and although it wasn't malicious, the pressure was evident. Maybe pressure wasn't the correct word. Something like a weight or a force? I'll pick something up here if you don't want to pick, Ochako said, gesturing to the upcoming buildings. Sure, I've never eaten up here before. Toga grinned, and Ochako felt the giddiness secondhand. She thought it would be adorable the way the blonde would light up like a Christmas tree when she was excited. Okay. Ochako quickly scanned the names of the restaurants and settled on a semi-familiar one. Mina had talked about it and said the food was really good there. Apparently it was an American restaurant that had opened up a few years ago. The logo was light pink on the outside and looked calming. That one. Ochako pointed to the sign that read, The Rose Cafe. Sounds good. Toga nodded happily at the choice. Let's go. I'm starving. Maybe Ochako picked a little too well, or maybe not well enough. It was hard to tell if she was happy with her choice as she and Toga walked through the front door. The theme was light pink and cherry on the outside, but inside it was far more romantic than expected. Couples littered the place, each in their own spaced-out booths. The lighting above the tables were dim enough to set a mood, but bright enough to eat, and the low music played from the hidden speakers scattered around the room. Ochako cleared her throat. She heard about this place from the #1 romance enthusiast, Mina. Of course, it wasn't a restaurant to take your close friend. Well, I should back out now before this gets weird and Toga kept walking in until she stood near the waiter who had taken them to their table. Come on, Chaco. Oh, yeah, sure, sorry. She laughed awkwardly and followed the waiter. The nicely dressed man was saying something about the day's special when Toga slowed down enough to grab Ochako by the hand. The blonde gave her a smile, and Ochako reasoned that maybe Toga wanted to be here. But it's so, romantic. Does that mean... She shook the thought away as they came to a stop. Here's your table. Someone will be here to take your order soon, the waiter said, before walking back to his post. I'm sure no one has recognized you. Ochako made idle conversation as she sat down beside Toga in a circular booth. Someone probably has. It's just that most people aren't snitches who call the police when I'm not doing anything. Maybe that's why UA got so much trouble finding us. Toga laughed lightly. But that's such a boring thing to talk about. I guess so, Ochako replied, looking for a waiter approaching their table. She didn't do awkward situations very well, much less awkward dates. Wait, is this what this was? A date? Hey, what is this? I think it's a cafe. Yeah, but I'm kidding, Chaco. She giggled. This is a date. Unless you don't want it to be. Toga said it so nonchalant and confidently, but Ochako could practically see the nervousness in her tone. That, sounds nice. Ochako took Toga's hand in hers, letting them rest on the seat between them. The hero, was that still an appropriate title, had never taken the time to notice the little things, like how warm Toga was. It wasn't relevant, just a thought that she had while sitting there, waiting for the waiter. Toga hadn't said anything, but she'd been smiling and didn't seem anxious any longer. Hello, my name is Joss, and I'll be your waiter today. Can I start you two with drinks and appetizers? Yeah, I'll take... Toga trailed off as she used her free hand to flip the menu. Mozzarella sticks and just a glass of water. I'll have a sweet tea, that's all. Okay, I'll bring your orders to your table when they're ready. He clasped his hands together and left. You're not hungry? Toga asked as she kept looking through the main courses in the meal. It's just the appetizer, and anyways, I was just gonna grab a few off your plate. Ochako smiled shyly. Hey, anyone ever teach you that stealing is wrong? Toga teased, returning a smile. Ochako paused for a minute to think. She leaned her head back on Toga's shoulder and spoke softer. I've been rethinking some of that, actually. Really? Toga kept her voice even, but Ochako could feel something between worry and hope in it. Was she excited that Ochako was turning to villainy? Maybe it wasn't morally, or socially, correct for a hero and a villain to date. But that's not important, nor relevant. Yeah, Ochako sighed, not quite sure what to say. I don't know, it's weird. Weird how? Toga let go of her hand, instead putting her arms around her shoulder, pulling her into a side hug. I was raised to be a hero and to fight villains, and attend a good school, become a pro, but I haven't. I'm literally turning out to be the opposite of what I was wanting to be as a kid, and what my parents wanted. They were always proud of me when I was little, but now, I don't think they'll be. Ochako stopped to think for a moment. You know what's making me doubt everything more? That if I got the chance, I wouldn't ask for a do-over or another shot at being a pro hero. This, here, with you and the others, it's fun. I've always tried to color in the lines and not stand out too much in school. I've spent so much time studying and reading and learning, and before I knew it, my childhood was over. I was practically an adult. This is what I missed out on throughout my childhood. I guess I'm not sure. I get it. Toga spoke after a while. My parents didn't let me do anything once they saw my quirk. Going to check the mail? Someone has to go with you. Left something on the back porch? Someone has to go with you. walking to school, someone has to go with you. It drove me crazy. It was like I could never get away from them. They were always watching and judging me. That's why I ran away. Hello. Oh, am I interrupting something big? Josh, the waiter, placed the plate of mozzarella sticks on the table, along with the 2 drinks. I'm sorry. He left hastily. Ochako laughed lightly at the waiter as he walked away, looking over his shoulder. Toga had grabbed her food and started eating, offering a mozzarella stick to the hero. Oh, thanks. Ochako accepted it and took a bite. It was good, not too cheesy, not too bready, almost perfect balance. These are good, Toga said between bites, and Ochako nodded in agreement. It was approaching 3 p.m. when the pair left the Rose Cafe. Contrary to Toga's normal strategy of dine and dash, Ochako paid for their meal. So we aren't banned from here. It's really good, she said while they walked out. They were now heading back to the car. Toga followed behind Ochako because she wasn't quite sure where the hero had parked. Once arriving back at the old yellow vehicle, they both got in. That was fun. Ochako smiled, already reminiscing about the laughs and jokes, and how awkward the waiter was throughout the entire meal. I want to go out with you a lot more. Toga grinned. Hey, switch with me. I want to drive. Sure. Ochako got out of the driver's seat and walked around to the passengers. Where are we going now? She asked as she buckled in. It's a surprise, Toga declared as Ochako handed her the keys. As I said, Toga knew. And now I'm actually kind of scared. Hold on. We have 5 chapters left, and I don't think we're gonna get 5 chapters of fluff. Kingston keeps mentioning angsty, and angsty teen, and angsty, so I'm scared. Kingston? What's gonna happen? Okay, but let's talk about this. This was a nice chapter, obviously, clearly. I mean, they were together, it was super cute, it was super nice, it was super fluffy. Like, you know, I really love this chapter. This chapter was a good chapter. The romance finally started building up to the point where, like, they're at a date now. I like that. I like that we have 5 chapters left, and they're together in those 5 chapters. I love that. Are they gonna stay together? I hope. But something's telling me that's not what's gonna happen. Because something telling me that. I don't know what it is, but it is something, and it is telling me. But I really hope that they do stay together, right? Obviously, till the end. And it's not like a sad ending kind of thing. I hope it's a happy ending. I hope it's good. I hope it's nice. So far, I'm really liking it so far. I've really liked the series. I'm definitely gonna do more, Kingston. I'm definitely gonna look around on your other works. I've occasionally glanced, but I'm gonna like actually sit down and take a look. And I'm gonna do some. I might even do some of the Amity and Luce, like how I already told you. Oh God, Echo Bro's here. Hi, do you want to say hi? The author of this fanfiction actually regularly sees my videos for the series. Do you want to say hi to them?
Yeah, but I don't know their name.
Kingston.
Kingston?
It's /Kingston.
Hello, Kingston.
I'm reading a Toga Ochako. Wait, I wanna. Okay, you're my hero fan. What is your opinion on the ship Ochako and Toga together?
I mean, it makes sense.
Why so? Why so? Give me your full opinion. No, give me your full opinion. I need TED Talk. I need TED Talk, Echo Bro.
You know what my full opinion is? My my genuine full opinion?
Genuine.
There is none.
What do you mean there is none?
There is none.
Okay, but do you think it's like an interesting dynamic,
I mean,
hero and villain?
It makes sense.
How does it make sense?
They're both somewhat lesbian coded, I feel.
You think they're lesbian coded?
I feel.
You feel they're lesbian coded?
I don't know.
Be opinionated. Be opinionated.
I don't make opinions.
What do you mean you don't make opinion? Okay, what about BKDK?
BKDK?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ship that the anime started to push me, so.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's canon.
What about... Oh, so you think BKDK is canon?
Yeah.
Alright, what about... I'm trying to think of another ship. Shit. Fuck. Eraser Mike.
Eraser Mike?
Yes, Eraser Mike.
I mean, it also makes sense.
Do you think it's canon?
Sadly, no.
God damn it! But BKDK is? Okay.
I'm going off what the show is starting to push more.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Who was there in every hospital visit? Or when Aizawa's in a hospital, who's always there? Not Eraser, Present Mike.
You're Eraser Mike.
Eraser Mike is there. Yeah, because it's both of them. That makes it Eraser Mike. But like every time Aizawa is in the hospital, you see Present Mike right there, right next to there. Boom.
She absolutely not.
Okay, get out of my room now.
I came in and
You think you have a blister? Let me see.
He has been dealt with, he's been taken care of. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.